Welcome to Section 4.1, Part 2. This is the 35th session of the ISACA CISA exam prep series. This part picks up where the last one left off. In this session, we'll go deeper into wide area networking and how networks are managed. We'll work through several questions. How is a wide area network actually carried? How do you measure and manage network performance? What are converged protocols? And how do internet addressing and translation work? Why does this matter beyond the exam? Because most organizations now run entirely on these wide networks. Picture a retail chain called Brightline with stores in 3 countries. Every sale, every order, every report crosses a wide area link. When latency spikes or a protocol misbehaves, the whole business feels it. Knowing how these networks are carried and measured is how you find the cause. So how is a wide area network carried? Fiber optic cable handles most high-capacity connections today, but other methods still have their place. Microwave radio sends signals through the air in a straight line of sight. It's still used on lighter routes where laying fiber doesn't pay off. But the antennas must see each other, and heavy rain can disrupt the link. Satellite links bounce signals off equipment orbiting the Earth. They carry huge amounts of data, but traditionally with noticeable delay. Newer low-orbit networks are cutting that delay sharply. Each medium has trade-offs. Twisted pair copper is cheap and easy, but easy to tap. Fiber offers high bandwidth and strong security, but it's costly and hard to splice. Radio, microwave, and satellite are all wireless, but prone to interference. So how does data get sent across a wide network? There are a couple of techniques to know. Message switching sends a whole message to a holding point, then forwards it when a path frees up. Virtual circuits set up a logical path between 2 devices for reliable communication. Some are switched, built on demand and torn down after. Others are permanent, an always-on connection. So how does the Internet Protocol Suite relate to the layered model? That suite is what the Internet effectively runs on. It bundles both network protocols and application support protocols. But it was built before the 7-layer model existed, so its pieces don't line up perfectly with those layers. The ideas map roughly, not exactly. So how is a network administered? Administration keeps it healthy in performance and security. That means watching usage, balancing load, and reacting to failures and violations. The control software should reach only the administrator. It lives in the network devices, mainly the switches and routers. These network operating systems shape everything into one controlled environment. They share resources, check authorization, and create uniform logon and logging. So how do you measure network performance? 4 numbers tell the story. Latency, then jitter, then throughput, then quality of service. Latency is the delay a packet feels traveling from source to destination. Jitter is the variation in that delay, the change from one packet to the next. Throughput is the useful work done, the bytes moved per second. And quality of service is the overall performance from the user's point of view. It folds in latency, jitter, availability, and packet loss. Error counts and retransmissions get measured too. So how is a wide network managed? A wide network needs the same care as a local one. There are 5 core management tasks. Fault management spots devices that have failed. Configuration management lets you view and change device settings remotely. Accounting management records who uses what. Performance management watches usage and raises alarms at thresholds. And security management flags suspicious traffic. A set of tools supports all this. Response time reports show how quickly the system answers a user. Downtime reports track when lines are unavailable. Online monitors check transmissions for accuracy. Network monitors show node status in real time. Protocol analyzers report the traffic flowing on a link. And one management protocol polls every device for its status and statistics. So what are converged protocols? They blend specialized protocols with standard ones over shared infrastructure. That reuses the existing network, saving real money, though it adds complexity. A few are worth knowing. Fibre Channel delivers fast, lossless storage traffic over its own dedicated network. Fibre Channel over Ethernet wraps that traffic to run over Ethernet instead. Label switching routes data by short labels rather than full addresses, which is faster. Voice over Internet Protocol carries phone calls and video over the network cheaply. And one storage standard moves storage commands over a normal network as a low-cost option. It's flexible, reusable, and well-suited to disaster recovery. So how does Internet addressing work? Addressing is the foundation that lets devices communicate. The older version offers about 4.3 billion addresses. That sounds like plenty, but the world has run short. The newer version offers a vastly larger pool of addresses. It also improves security, headers, and support for mobile networks. Moving between them takes a transition strategy. Dual stacking runs old and new together on one device at once. Tunneling carries the new traffic across the old routing system. So what is network address translation? It converts private, internal addresses into public ones for the internet. That lets a whole private network share public addresses without conflicts. It comes in a few forms. Static maps one internal address permanently to one external address. Dynamic draws from a pool, changing the mapping each session. And port-based translation lets many devices share a single public address. The benefits are strong. It cuts cost, hides your internal addresses, and adds a layer of security. It also makes network boundaries easier to enforce. But it has limits too. It can interfere with some protocols and add delay. So let's bring it together. Wide networks ride on fiber, microwave, and satellite, each with trade-offs. You measure them with throughput, latency, jitter, and overall quality of service. 5 tasks and a toolkit keep them managed, while converged protocols share the infrastructure. And addressing, with translation, lets private networks reach the wider internet. In the next part, we'll turn to the hardware itself and the devices behind it. The MCQs covering all the topics and concepts from this session are available on RooCloud.com. Practice the chapter-specific MCQs before moving on to the next session. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or feedback, post a comment below or email us. I will see you in the next session.